It's the Fellowship of the Geek Show, a weekly podcast about comics, the comic book industry, and other geek pop culture. Music courtesy of Manny the Martyr. And now, on with the show!
Hey there, everybody. It's the Fellowship of the Geeks podcast. My name is Thomas Chick, and joining me for this episode is Mike Marlowe.
Hey, gang.
Les Webster.
Hello, all.
And Liz Newman.
Hello, everybody.
How are you guys doing?
Squirrel.
Somebody was going to say it. I mean, come on.
I almost said that instead of hello, everybody.
Oh, man.
Ooh.
Yeah.
And here we go.
Gonna be a fun one tonight, huh?
Hope everybody's doing okay out there. So what's been going on in your corner of the galaxy?
Oh, man. A lot of tech issues. But I think I've got it this time, so I'm good. Although this weekend I was able to get together with a friend and we watched the first special of the Doctor Who.
Ooh. And
then me and Doc watched the second special, and I think the third special, which is the last one, comes out Saturday, I think.
Yep.
I like it. I haven't. I think Les posted a few things on the first episode, which I didn't want to see until I'd seen the first episode. But I haven't seen that yet. But I'd heard it was kind of receiving a little bit of hate, and I don't know. I liked it. I don't understand where the hate's coming from, I guess. I myself, I'm not a huge Doctor Who fan. I guess someone like, Brandon's probably seen a lot more of it than I have. A whole lot more of it than I have. So he could probably pick it apart better than I could. But as far as it was entertaining, I liked the stories. What I do know of Doctor Who, especially the Doctor and Donna, I thought they did a really good way of explaining and putting, I don't know if I should say that because that's a spoiler, but I thought they did a really good job bringing those two back together. I can say that. The only thing I didn't understand, the second episode, it's called Wild Blue Yonder, which of course is our Air Force song, and at one point, the TARDIS opens and Wild Blue Yonder's playing. And I told Brandon, I said, wait. I said, aren't they British? And he was like, yeah. Oh. Where are they playing that song?
Doesn't make it illegal to play an American song. Jeez.
Well, but he even made it sound like it was, patriotic and, a very... They made the military reference because he said it was the Air Force even, so it was kind of like, but I didn't even think their army, I didn't think it was called the Air Force. I thought they were like the Air National or something.
The Royal Air Force.
Yeah. So it was kind of so half the episode, I'm like, what is their theme song? Squirrel hit. What is their theme song? So, we looked over and it was like, I guess to me, I'm not supposed to pick it apart. That's what Brandon told me. You're just supposed to watch it, Mom. You're not supposed to really, think about this.
If there's a message, that's probably not it.
Right. Well, enough of a message to name the episode after it, So it was kind of one of those, Because although, I'm not saying they can't play anything American, they do usually tend to stay British, centered around that area and that culture, and so it was kind of weird for that to kind of be thrown in there, especially because they were in London at the time.
Sure, but so this is airing on Disney Plus, right?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So it might make sense for them to try to broaden that horizon a bit.
That is true. Kind of integrate both of them.
Yeah.
To where
They usually make some kind of American references, something like that, from time to time.
do they?
Right.
Okay.
I mean, if it was just straight up on BBC, then yeah, it would make perfect sense for them to stick to British stuff because that's who's going to get the references.
Yeah.
With Disney Plus, it's a little broader audience.
Yeah.
Maybe they're trying to take that into consideration.
Now, from what I've seen, from BBC to Disney now taking over it, you can tell there are Disney touches here and there. I think they've pretty much left it to what it is. They're not trying to I don't know. The Meep, total Disney. That had to have been Disney's creation, because
that's actually based off a comic from back in the 80s.
Oh, is it?
Yes.
I mean, just the big eyes and the big ears and absolutely adorable.
If you go back to the beginning when it pops up the title.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, underneath there, it lists as like Grant Mills, and I forgot the other name because they were the ones who created the comic that the meme came from. So
that's pretty cool.
So they actually gave acknowledgement to the comic book creators, and they did it in the beginning of the show, not at the freaking end in the middle of the 1 million computer CGI people.
Yeah, that's true.
And gets the special thanks.
Good for them.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Pat Mills and I can't remember. I'll have to look it up.
Yeah. But Brandon had said that this might be a little bit of a spoiler. He said one of the things that he had seen online that people were upset about was Donna's daughter, Rose. In the show, she is non-binary. And I don't know. I didn't see it as just Disney being casual, here's the casual gay person or anything like that. It made sense to the story. I can't really say, later I will, but since it's still new out and everything else, I'll give people a few more weeks. But it made sense to the story. It wasn't just thrown in there for, here you go. It made sense. It wrapped a story up kind of well, and even when it was done, it was kind of like, okay, that makes sense, But and then I think somebody else had a problem with Isaac Newton being black. Come on, he was in the show for maybe 5 minutes, if that. Not even. I'm gonna say 2 minutes tops, So it's kind of like, get over it,
M.I.T.
Yeah. Well, this is a fantasy sci-fi show, And he's constantly changing time and universes, and come on, get over it. But if that's what they're using as barbs to throw at Disney right now, if that's the only two complaints they can come up with on this show, then I think they're doing a pretty good job on the show.
These are the same people who are complaining that Star Trek is now getting political and all the issues with Star Wars, and it's just notice me because I'm bitching about something. Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Well, let's point out this, and it's kind of sad that they pointed out Rose because, like I said, the reason they made her binary really is kind of a spoiler in that story. So it was kind of like, really? I mean, after watching it, I don't know how else they could have done it. I don't. So props to Disney if that was their ideal,
I don't think it was Disney. I think it was Russell T Davies, since he's writing the stories.
Yeah.
So.
Well, but they're not yelling at him. They're yelling at Disney.
Of course, because
Disney's more likely to listen.
Right.
They're the target. Disney can't do anything without someone bitching at them. I mean,
right.
And for the record, there was a comic that was written in the Doctor Who magazine in 1980. It was by Pat Mills and Dave Gibbons of Watchmen fame.
Oh, old Dave, what's his face? Right? Yeah.
Yes.
Cool.
I said I liked it.
And like I said, they had credits right there underneath Davies right there at the beginning. So
Sweet.
Very cool that they did that.
Yep. Awesome.
Well, our resident Doctor Who guy, other than Brandon, Carl, seems to like these 2 episodes, and we know he's a diehard Doctor Who fan. So.
Is he?
Yeah.
No, I'm kidding.
It's kind of hard to.
I don't think he likes it very much.
He hides it so well. I don't know.
But I did watch the second episode with Brandon, and he was like, I liked it. I kind of liked watching the second one with him though, because I was able to ask a few questions.
It had an Event Horizon vibe to it, which I don't know about that, but yeah, it was pretty good. It was pretty good overall.
And the only thing, another thing I didn't understand was, I lost it. Was Donna and the Doctor. I said, have they always been this close? Because I kind of thought she was kind of like his nag, they weren't like, they didn't hate each other, but they weren't,
besties.
Yeah. And that's kind of the way they are here. Borderline boyfriend, girlfriend material here, And I said, I don't remember them being this close. And he was like, I don't either. So that's kind of different. But then again, she lost her memory for 15 years. So maybe that's the glitch.
And he's not necessarily the same Doctor, too.
Yeah. Well, and that's what I'm finding interesting, too, was he's made several comments about being different and, things that have happened in the last 15 years. And, of course, us as a watcher, we know what's happened, But that would be kind of different. And my question is, and the question he keeps avoiding answering to her, is why he came back to that face. So I'm sure we'll find that out in the 3rd episode, that there's a reason for it.
We'll find out before he loses that face.
Yeah. Which, I think we'll find that out as him coming to resolution with whatever leftover business he had with this face, which I think is why he returned as this one. But the 3rd episode, like you said, will usher in the new Doctor, but it will also get us ready for their Christmas episode, which I'm wondering if instead of being the regeneration, I guess is what they call it, in the 3rd episode, if they won't wait until the Christmas episode to actually do that.
Well, the teaser they put out started showing him kind of flaming up, so I'm thinking he will
or
regenerate.
That's the ending.
Yeah, he will regenerate some point in the 3rd episode.
That's cool.
Which makes sense, so that way the new Doctor has the Christmas episode to himself.
Yeah, true.
So, which is actually going to be on Christmas and not New Year's. Hey.
Yeah. I think that they'll end the episode with him flaming. That way the new Doctor will be the first one to take over.
It's not the first time they've done that.
Yeah. I think that's how they introduced Jodie too.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, like I said, I liked it. So no hate here. I thought it was pretty good. stories made sense. And I think I've complained about that, and I'm sorry to our Doctor Who lovers. Sometimes for me with Doctor Who, you get halfway through it and you're like, what the actual fuck is going on right now? I know this isn't the story we started out watching. It just got weird here for a minute, and I, lose what we're doing, where the story is and everything. I didn't feel that with these.
A Doctor Who story that goes weird.
That describes the entire first run of the show. So,
I mean,
it's all good.
They do go weird, but not so weird that they lose you, And to me, I think that was my problem, is sometimes I just couldn't follow the stories completely.
Yeah, us old style Whovians call that a throwback episode.
Oh God.
But like I said, I'm not a diehard, like Carl and Brandon are. I guess I can kind of look at this like I do with Marvel movies. I don't know enough about them to actually pick it apart, So if you haven't seen a lot of Doctor Who, I still think you could jump into these episodes and watch them. I don't understand why. This is a Disney thing. When you go to look for the shows, they're not listing them together as an episode. They're listing them each stand alone. This is special 1, this is special 2, this is special 3, which not a big deal I'm picking here, but it just makes it harder to find. Like when I got done with the first episode, second episode was already out. Now, had they have put these together, it would have went automatically into the second episode and started auto-playing, but it didn't. It went to what was next on my list, and that's kind of a drag because I didn't know the episode was out until I got to talking to Brandon, and then it was like, well, damn, it is out. It's been out. So, that's just, like I said, that's just nitpick thing, and that is a Disney thing. They could do that a little better. Yeah. At least suggest it. Something, but
I mean, it's a thought.
Yeah. Instead, I think my suggested movies after the first episode, it was starting to go over into WandaVision, and it was saying like Doctor Strange and stuff. I don't know if because the Doctor or multi-universe kind of thing. I don't know. But yeah, I thought some of the suggestions were kind of weird. That it didn't suggest the second episode, or I guess special.
And I'll say one thing. If you're a diehard Doctor Who fan and you have not seen the second episode, the ending's going to make you shed a tear at least. That's all I'm going to say. That's all I'm going to say. Because I was like,
Yeah. Are you talking about the alley scene?
Yeah. I'm talking about them arriving back on Earth and coming out and seeing what's going on. Yeah.
Yeah. That was a touching moment. Yeah. Like I said, I think, like I said, for me not knowing too much, this has been really good. For someone who does know a little bit more, I'm sure they've planted a lot of little special Easter eggs, and some of the things they talked about might make a little bit more sense to them, But yeah, I liked it. I liked it better than I can't remember the last special they did, but it was with Jodie. And I liked it too, but like I said, I kind of like this one better. Like I said, that little guy in the first episode is so freaking cute. I want one.
Oh, jeez.
He might kill me, but I want one.
Spoiler. Spoiler.
Wow. Spoiler. Yes, sorry.
You did not understand that part?
No, I understood it. Yeah.
But you still thought he was cute.
He was, yeah.
You've met Liz, right?
Not this one. No.
He was like a baby Yoda with fur. White fur.
He reminded me of the characters on the planet for the Tim Allen movie,
Galaxy Quest?
Galaxy Quest. Remember the little cute things on the planet that were voracious?
And they started tearing
Yeah.
up. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I got two words for you in terms of what how weird Liz's cute meter is. Stabbity bunny.
Yeah. He's cute.
Right.
I like creepy cute.
Mm-hmm.
And Sam from Trick or Treat.
Mm-hmm.
He's cute. He'll
Norman.
kill you. He's cute. Yeah, Norman.
Who, Norman Bates?
In training.
I suspect that was kind of probably the reference, but yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I liked it. Did you like it, Les?
I enjoyed it. I had a couple problems with it, but I got through it.
Yes.
And it wasn't, like I said, it was enjoyable.
It was enjoyable. Like I said, I definitely could follow the story a lot better. And being episode or specials the way that they are kind of they go along with each other, but they are pretty standalone, complete beginning and end to the story. Which I guess most of the episodes were too, but and I really liked that robot in the second one. I thought that was an interesting story, the way that it played out. Sad, but very interesting story, the way it played out.
Okay. Mikey.
I don't really have much this week. This week has been stressful, I guess, is probably the best word for it. So I haven't, but between stress of various flavors and a bit of insomnia, I actually haven't really watched anything this week. I'm not even sure I watched a Red Green episode, now that I'm thinking about it. I've just been sort of busy dealing with other things, like cars.
Again?
And plumbing.
Yay.
Oh, plumbing's always fun.
Yeah, the plumber was here today. So, yeah, I'm boring this week because I got nothing.
Okay, Les.
A couple things. I went to Amazon Prime and watched Candy Cane Lane, the new movie with Eddie Murphy.
Mm-hmm.
It was predictable. It is for all ages. It was okay. It was fun to watch. Not that I would watch it again.
Yeah.
But it was interesting as to how they handled it. So I'm going to say, yeah, watch it and enjoy. The other thing is I did extensive research for this week's topic. So just putting that out first right now.
Oh, damn, we're going to learn something tonight.
Oh, my God, you will.
If we're not careful, we'll learn something. Hey. going back to the thing about the all ages and Eddie Murphy, I know there's been some people who've kind of questioned and kind of made comments over the years about him doing kind of all ages stuff, like the Dr. Dolittle and that kind of stuff. And I'm like, Richard Pryor did a Saturday morning show for kids. So, I mean, Eddie's never done that. So, come on.
Right. I mean,
Not
who
great.
cares?
Yeah, I mean,
Who cares? So if he wants, that's what he wants to do. Let him do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and then didn't George Carlin take over for where he was the conductor? I don't remember what show that was.
Shining Time Station.
Okay. So, I mean, come on.
Yeah. Ringo took over. Yeah.
Yeah. Ringo did too. Yeah.
Yep.
So, I don't know. It's just, once again, it's someone's got to complain about something. And it's just like, he's not hurting anybody. If he's enjoying it and people enjoy what he's doing, that's all that really freaking matters. Anybody else, you know what? There's other options out there.
Sure.
So.
Yeah. Did Kinnison do a kids show too?
Who's that?
Kinnison?
Sam
Kinison. Yeah.
I mean, it's possible, but I don't remember. But man,
Maybe not.
Maybe he played a role in something where he was doing that or something.
he probably did it like a cameo.
Yeah, like a Saturday Night Live kind of thing or something.
Maybe. I don't know, but maybe.
He did play an angel on Married with Children.
I don't think that counts as a kid's show. But yeah, cool.
Huh.
Well, for me, I don't really have a lot this week. But most of it has been working on stuff for this week and actually stuff for next week as well. So, other than that, I'm still working on my binging of Gunsmoke. We've just hit season 20 today, so we're going to be wrapping up, and I don't know how far back Pluto goes. I don't know if they go back to
Into the galaxy.
go back to they may not. You know what's so funny? Because over the weekend I was looking for something else to watch, kind of because we hit a stretch where I had watched the episodes a couple of times and I didn't really want to watch them for a third. So I went to some of the other streaming services and I was like, you know what? I've never watched the beginning of Bonanza. And I found them on a couple sources. And guess what? Both of them start with season 1, episode 19.
Weird.
I'm like, okay, why aren't the first 18 available?
What year did it debut?
I'm not sure.
Wondering if they just didn't record them, because there were some cases far enough back and they just didn't record shows. They didn't tape them at all.
September 12th, 1959 was the first episode.
Huh.
I mean, that could be a possibility. I never really looked into it, but
I mean, that tended to happen with live shows more than.
Well, yeah, because because that's they just went back and taped over it. I mean, that's why we lost so many of the Doctor Who episodes. Well, I mean, a lot of them have been able to be pieced together through other sources, but I mean, that's why the BBC didn't have a lot of them, because they went back and taped over them.
Taped over them, right? I mean, and that's why we don't have Vampira. They just didn't record it because it was a live show, and they just didn't record it. They just broadcast it straight out.
But these were filmed, so I don't know.
That's weird. Then maybe
I'll look into it.
Yeah, could be any number of. We could speculate all night long.
It could be that they just are only carrying a certain number. I don't know. Well, I'll look into it. So, well, excuse me. Well, we've already made a couple of references, so let's go ahead and get into this week's topic. I think we even kind of mentioned it a little bit last week as a kind of a spoiler. But, of course, it's Christmas time, and we were talking about trying to get into the mood. So this week, we are going to be talking about Christmas songs. Some of, our favorites or not favorites or whatever. And I believe someone actually kind of said we should be putting together playlists. Well, I have a playlist. I don't know about anybody else, but I have a playlist.
I seem to recall that there were threats involved, but anyway.
Yes, yeah. Well, I was trying to be nice.
Mikey, where's your playlist?
I don't have a damn playlist. What are you going to do about it?
Tacos?
Sick 'em. Yeah, come growl at me. See if I care.
His favorite food is Grinch's.
I got a tortilla and some salsa and some cheese over here. We can take care of Taco. I'm just saying.
So let's get into
playlist,
it.
Though.
Okay, well.
Show us all up.
Yeah. Sunday when the episode drops, I'll drop mine in the music, the link to it in the music thing.
Cool.
Okay.
The music channel. There we go. I couldn't think of channel. The music channel on the Discord.
WTF?
Yeah, I loved that when I saw that, so that's why I had to post that.
I'm glad you did.
So let's hear your playlist.
You want to hear them or you tell you about them?
Tell us about them. We're not doing that. We're not hitting DMCA, damn it. I'm not going there.
Well, she can pay the fines. That's fine.
It spills money.
We know she's made of money because of all the stuff she's buying.
Oh, man. Okay, I'll start. Are we going to, name all of them off, or you just want a couple of songs? Because
couple of songs and we'll rotate.
Yeah, just give us enough to get a sense,
Well, for me, at the very beginning of Christmas season, if I'm going to listen to Christmas music, there's actually 2 songs that I have to listen to. And it's weird because the lead singer is the lead singer in both groups. There's a Canadian rock band named 1,000 Foot Crutch, and Trevor McVean from there also has a group called FM Static. 1,000 Foot Crutch is a little bit harder. I think they're Christian rock, but they're a little bit harder, a little bit on the heavy side. So he did FM Static to kind of, this is our mellow music. We're going to chill over here with this. So the 2 songs, first one is The Heat Miser, which of course you may recognize that from Santa Claus is Coming to Town. They do The Heat Miser for 1,000 Foot Crutch, and then FM Static does, I didn't put it on here, the Cool Miser. So, like I said, 2 different takes on the song. It's kind of weird because, like I said, TFK, or 1,000 Foot Crutch, is actually the harder band out of the 2. And they actually took a lighter approach to the song than what FM Static does. So it's like he kind of got his bands confused. But like I said, I loved the cartoon as a kid. To me, if it was on TV, I knew Christmas was coming right around the corner. So to hear these songs in a way that I can actually listen to and jam in the car to is pretty cool.
I'm sure that's a cool version, no pun intended. But I can't imagine Cool Miser being done other than Dick Shawn from the original special.
I mean, the original ones are good.
We
just
love Dick
guitar
Shawn
behind it.
We love Dick Shawn here, so yeah. So, cool. Okay. You want to throw out a couple of songs from their playlist?
Not all at once.
Well, we know Mike doesn't like Christmas.
Don't
anyway,
wait for
so.
me to go first because I don't have a playlist. I've never
Well,
been
you're-
impressed with Christmas music. And honestly, being in orchestra for 5 years did not improve that any.
Mhm. So go ahead, Les.
Okay. I'm going to start off with the song I have to listen to, and I talked about this last week, and that is the Chipmunk song by David Seville.
Yeah.
Yes, I was around when this first came out, and it was just something that caught my ear, and I thoroughly enjoyed it from start to finish. Seville was an actor, and in fact, he was in the movie Rear Window. He played the composer that was trying to come up with a song.
Okay.
Hmm.
Yeah, he was the one that was the one playing on the piano in the upper.
That's cool. I didn't
room.
know that.
Yeah, I didn't know that either.
And in fact, that was the one that Hitchcock was seen tuning the piano.
Right. Yeah.
So that's the one I have to hear
Okay.
to make me know that Christmas is around.
Okay. You don't have another one?
Oh, I've got plenty, but we'll just keep it kind of close first.
Oh, okay. Okay, well, let me give you a couple of mine, because I sat down here and kind of started looking at a list and like, oh, yeah, I love that one. Oh, yeah, I love that one. Oh, yeah, I love that one. So I'm looking through my list to see which ones I want to pick out first. Okay, how about David Bowie and Bing Crosby, The Peace on Earth, Little Drummer Boy?
Yep. I have that one on my list.
Good choice.
That is a good one.
Another one, I got John and Yoko for Happy Christmas, War is Over.
That one's on my list too.
I'm more a McCarthy fan than I am Lennon, but oh man, he just kicks butt in the Christmas area.
He did, yeah.
I love that song. Let's see. Let's pick out another one. Okay, let's do a classic. Burl Ives, Holly Jolly Christmas.
I like that.
Yeah, me too.
I've got a lot of the classics done by the original on my list.
I have a few classics on my list.
So
I mean, growing up in a religious home, of course, all the classics, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So many classics.
So many classics. I think from the classics, my favorite song was Mary Did You Know? That one's just Christmas yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I like that one. I tend to listen to more funny Christmas stuff than traditional, though, or, you know.
Keep that thought when we get a little bit later into the episode. Okay. More classic rock type of songs. Brenda Lee, Rocking Around the Christmas Tree.
Mm-hmm.
AC/DC, Mistress for Christmas.
I have not heard that one.
Classic.
Classic.
Sure.
Have you heard the one where instead of Iron Man, it's I am Santa Claus?
Yeah, Bob
Yeah.
Rivers. Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
I like that one too.
Well, hell, Twisted Sister did "Come All You Faithful" to "We're Not Going to Take It."
Yeah.
It's literally the same music. They just put the lyrics to "Come All You Faithful" to it. Did not know this existed until I was doing this, and I listened to it. I'm like, wow, that actually kind of works.
Yeah. There's a couple of them they've mixed with Christmas music. Abomination from Hell, they mixed Chemical Romance with Mariah Carey. And it wasn't too, or no, it was Marilyn Manson with Mariah Carey, and it actually wasn't too bad. It was All I Want for Christmas is Beautiful People. It was cool. It was really cool.
Yeah, there's this guy on YouTube who does some really fun stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, DJ. You talking about DJ Coverbun?
No, I'm talking about Bill McClintock.
Okay, well, DJ Coverbun's done that too.
I like when they do, especially when it works like that. It shouldn't work. Mariah Carey should not work with Marilyn Manson.
Oh, I can. With DJ Coverbun, he did Ozzy Osbourne's "Crazy Train" to the music of Earth, Wind and Fire's "September," and it fits.
It's like, damn.
And he topped that by doing In Living Color's "Cult of Personality" to Doobie Brothers' "Long Train Running." And I'm going, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God.
Yeah. I said some of it just shouldn't work.
Another one he did was Kiss's "I Want to Rock All Night and Party Every Day" to the Commodore's "Easy."
Wow.
He's really, when he's on, it's like, oh my God, what the hell? So anyway,
For a classic, I would go with the Christmas song with Nat King Cole.
yep, that's on my list.
That's a song that just lets me relax.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, if we're doing that, I've also got Judy Garland, "Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Eartha Kitt with
Santa
Santa
Baby.
Baby.
That's on my list as well. Andy Williams, "It's the Most Wonderful Time of the Year."
White Christmas, Bing Crosby.
Mm-hmm. It's on there. How about Beach Boys, "Little Saint Nick"?
Yeah. How about Chuck Berry's Run, Rudolph, Run?
Yep.
I don't have a lot of those on my list.
I don't have Chuck Berry.
No
but
kidding.
I can definitely add it.
Baby It's Cold Outside, Leon Redbone and Zooey Deschanel.
Oh, there we
She's
go.
got a beautiful
Newer
voice.
rendition. Cool.
That was from what, Elf?
Yeah. I haven't watched Elf this year.
You haven't?
Yeah.
Wow.
That one's got some memories tied to it. So.
Oh, yeah.
Fair enough.
Mm-hmm.
There are a couple of songs by Brian Setzer. Boogie Woogie Santa. And Angels We Have Heard on High.
I wouldn't mind listening to an album of that.
Yeah, he's got a full album.
Oh, I'm sure he does.
And it's great stuff.
Speaking of High Angels, have you guys heard the Cheech and Chong Santa Claus special? And his beard was as white as the
I have heard that. It's been a while. It has been quite a while since I heard that. I should track that down.
It's on my list.
And somehow I am in no way surprised.
Oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
No, I can wait.
No, I can wait too. Go ahead.
I was just going to say there's a creator that did a song of There's Something in the Chimney. And I thoroughly enjoy it. This is the Bob Rivers group.
Okay.
Came out with an album of Christmas music called Twisted Christmas.
They've done several albums like that.
Mm-hmm.
And he just still cracks me up.
Mm-hmm.
I also think you can't go wrong with anything by Trans-Siberian Orchestra during Christmas time.
Yeah, I've got Christmas Eve Sarajevo on my list.
I have the whole Lost Christmas Eve on my.
Yeah.
And then just the whole thing. I couldn't pick one. I guess their most iconic one is probably Christmas Canon.
Mm-hmm.
But that one, if you have the right, not only orchestra, but sometimes it's really done well with the right choir. That song can be very beautiful and moving. So.
Yeah, I try to limit one song from one artist. Believe me, I could have done several.
I think with that album though, the way that they had to put the cuts into it. This would be one piece of theirs that they would do in a concert night or something. Yeah. So it was kind of hard to pick it out of there. But yeah, I heard they were supposed to be in Dallas soon, if not already.
Yeah, real soon.
Yeah. But yeah, they nail Christmas.
I've also got Please Come Home for Christmas by the Eagles. Nobody remembers that one. Okay.
I imagine I've heard it.
Oh, yeah, you have.
It's probably been a while. I don't think it gets a lot of airplay these days.
No, we got to save that room for Mariah. Mm-hmm. Which, looking at several lists of the best Christmas songs, all of them had that freaking song as number one. I'm like, y'all are idiots.
It's not too bad when Chemical Romance did it. That was on my list.
Which one are you talking about? All I Want for Christmas Is You?
Yep.
Yes.
Oh, God.
Yep.
Yes.
I'm sorry. That's why she is on my do not listen to list.
Yeah. That is like the number one on several lists.
They changed the tempo and stuff, so it's not as bad. And they don't screech in the middle of it.
See, I'm still salty about the Vince Vance and the Valiants thing. But anyway.
There you go. Mm-hmm. There's the good version right there.
I've got Daryl Hall and John Oates, Jingle Bell Rock. Although both of them have done the lead on those. I don't know if they usually play the Daryl version, but John Oates is pretty good too. It's the same music. They just switch out.
PFK redid that one too. That's pretty good. That one's on my list.
And the video is funny as hell. G.E. Smith dressed up as Grandma playing a guitar solo. Okay.
See, now that I've seen.
Mm-hmm.
Probably completely out of context and not in the video, just separated out. Or honestly, knowing me, I've seen the video multiple times too, but that I remember.
Mm-hmm.
I also have Dropkick Murphys, 'Tis the Season Upon Us. That was always a good, reminded me of my family kind of song.
Oh. Yeah, if Dropkick Murphys is reminding you of your family, then I don't know what to tell you.
I told you about my family.
They're great, don't get me wrong. But, yeah.
Grandma got run over by a reindeer.
See,
Like
I'd rather listen to that about 5 or 6 times in a row than All I Want for Christmas Is You.
I understand your position.
Ray Stevens does a lot of funny Christmas songs. Like Santa Claus is watching you. He's everywhere. He's everywhere.
Has more of a Guitar Zen feel to it.
Nothing wrong with that.
Only if you can do the monkey. Go. Folks, I'm amazed I actually got him to do it.
Any other songs might want to mention?
Let's see.
Yeah.
I also have Zombie Claus by Psycho Stick. Let's see. I have Jingle Bell Sleigh. That one's pretty cool. Don't Shoot Me Santa by the Killers. And then Not Another Christmas Song by Blink-182.
Why do I see a pattern?
And then, of course, What's This? Marilyn Manson from Nightmare Before Christmas. I think Fall Out Boy does that too, but go with the Manson version. And This Is Christmas. Or Making Christmas.
Any others?
Just one that I don't want to hear.
Well, we'll save it because when I was working on this, I actually took some time and looked at several worst Christmas song lists and did a compilation of ones that showed up on all of them. So here's
Okay. That I gotta hear.
Here's 12 songs that are on at least 4 or 5 different lists of worst Christmas songs ever. No, you're not going to be happy about one of them, Wes. I'll tell you that right now.
Okay.
Okay, first off the list, Funky Funky Christmas by New Kids on the Block.
That's the one. My God, you found it.
The Christmas Shoes by New Song.
Oh, God. That song was cute the first, 100 times you heard it.
So was Baby Shark.
Yeah.
Christmas Tree by Lady Gaga.
Oh, God.
Okay.
Hang in there, Les. The Chipmunk Song by the Chipmunks.
Oh, no.
That's fine. To each his own.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was cute, too.
Where do I mail the bomb?
To fake less at...
Here's another song that I did not know. I actually wanted. I went to YouTube and listened to about a minute. It's almost a 3-minute song, and I probably spent 40 seconds too long on it. Dominic the Donkey by Lou Monte. This is from 1960. The whole premise is Santa's in Italy, and apparently the reindeer can't go up the mountain, so he uses a donkey to deliver the packages. I'm like, reindeer fly. What the hell are you talking about? So the whole concept is just stupid. So
sounds like a solid premise to me.
anyway.
Or Leroy the redneck reindeer.
Next on the list. I want a hippopotamus for Christmas.
Hey.
Galen Peavy.
That's a classic.
That is a classic.
Next, Spin Me a Christmas by Agua, the people who brought us Barbie Girl.
I don't want to hear that one.
It's already been mentioned. Grandma Got Run Over by a Reindeer by Elmo and Patsy. I've not heard this version, but I Saw Mommy Kissing Santa Claus by the Jackson 5.
Really?
Oh, okay. I will agree to that. Now, the original is good stuff.
Oh, I don't have a problem with the song, and I have not heard the Jackson 5 version, but
I'm
for
not
some
sure I have
strange
either.
reason, that one apparently
Rubs people
does
the
not
wrong
have
way.
obviously. Christmas Conga by Cyndi Lauper.
Oh, Lord.
I can't imagine her singing a conga song.
Well, and apparently this was back in the 80s, too, so, you know.
wow.
Not surprising. That's basically when her career was.
Yep. I've already mentioned this one. Wonderful Christmas Time by Paul McCartney.
That is gut-wrenching, for sure.
The song's okay, but the fact that he used Mr. Keyboard to do the whole damn thing instead of actually using real instruments gets on your nerves pretty damn quick. Or at least it does me.
No argument here.
And finally, the piece de resistance. Please, Daddy, Don't Get Drunk This Christmas by John Denver.
That's a little too close to home for some people.
Now,
That is pathetic.
Now, there's a couple of songs that are on this list that kind of I raise the eyebrow. Two of them I'm going, what the fuck? And then, well, matter of fact, I'm doing what the fuck on all three of them, but two of them I'm just like, why do these exist? And the third one I'm going, this should not be on anybody's bad list. It's just because it's not a Christmas song.
What,
Okay.
Die Hard?
The two major what the fucks is Drummer Boy by Justin Bieber and Busta Rhymes.
Yeah.
I can't imagine, and I don't want to hear it.
Yeah.
The other
No.
one, Raging Cajun Redneck Christmas by the Robertsons.
Oh, God.
The Duck Dynasty people.
You gotta be shitting me.
Yeah, they apparently did it in that Christmas album, but, you know, it doesn't take much for anybody to do a Christmas album. The one I was going, this is not a Christmas song. It mentions Christmas, but it's not a Christmas song. Same Old Lang Syne by Dan Fogelberg.
Maybe season song.
Well, I mean, it talks about, you know, him meeting a former girlfriend, a high school girlfriend, on Christmas Eve. So because of that, it's a Christmas song? Okay.
So, yeah, basically Die Hard.
Yeah. And it's not a bad song. If you want to call it a Christmas song, yeah, it's about a Christmas song, but it's not a Christmas song.
Right.
I'm surprised.
What are you surprised about?
The one song other than Mariah Carey for anything that I would not listen to is Santa Baby by Madonna.
I saw that on some lists, and I was like, you know what? I'm not sure I want to listen to that, so I'll be gone. I mean, it's Eartha Kitt. Come on.
Eartha Kitt is really good in it
Yes.
when she did it because it had a jazz side, or sound to it.
Mm-hmm.
But Madonna just whining, no, I don't want that.
No.
And like I said, the other one was Mariah Carey in anything.
And I guess I need to pull back the curtain a little bit. The reason my hate for that song is my last year working for Walmart. This is several years ago. I was a department manager for automotive. They had just closed down the garage, so it was basically just all the merchandise. And I was trying to get rid of all the back stock and all that. What they decided to do was turn the garage into the Christmas section instead of what they usually do, which is convert the lawn and garden area. So that's what they did, and of course they grabbed a CD player and grabbed some CDs, and of course the one that was played all the goddamn time was Mariah Carey. So I heard that song several times every day. And so now you know why I just cannot stand that song.
Oh.
Because you got your fill of it a couple of decades ago?
I had my fill with the first day they started playing it.
Mm-hmm.
But I had to keep working there.
Pretty much.
So. Some really good songs there. And some really bad songs.
Really bad ones, too,
Yeah.
Alrighty. So any final thoughts before we take a quick little break?
Listen to some, don't listen to all.
Find what you like.
Yep, find what you like.
Yeah.
If it gets you in the spirit, the Christmas spirit, then it's obviously doing its job.
Yeah.
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 Okay. Well, we are going to go ahead and take that break, and we'll be back with Geek News for You. And we're back. It's time for Geek News for You. In this segment, we bring a couple news items to the table for discussion. This week, it's Mikey and me. And Mike, would you like to go ahead and go first?
Oh, sure. And some of y'all are going to love this because, I mean, honestly, it's even been mentioned already in this episode. So there's a lot of debate around this time of year because some people have gotten it into their heads, into their crazy mixed up heads, that Die Hard is not a Christmas movie. And I don't understand this logic, but you know.
It's not.
Why not?
It's not a Christmas movie.
Why not?
Because it's not a themed Christmas movie. The only Christmas thing was it was a Christmas party for like 2 minutes in this 2-hour movie.
It's a Christmas party the whole time. It just gets wrecked really early on.
Yeah, but I mean, there's
why he's there.
No Christmas theme or, you know, it's not a Christmas movie.
All right. Okay, I mean, we could probably go on for hours about that Hallmark crap that you watch.
Yeah, that's Christmas movie.
It's romance wrapped up with a bow. That's all it is. This is action adventure wrapped up with a bow. What's the difference? Die Hard is probably a better movie than most of the ones that you're watching.
Yeah, but there's like no Christmas Miracle or Christmas
come on.
Star.
Are you going to tell me
Claus?
that Bruce Willis saving the world for the first time ever, by the way, this was his first action movie, is not some sort of Christmas miracle? Come on. This guy was known as being a smart-ass detective on TV up to this point. The Christmas miracle is that this movie was so damn popular.
Uh-huh.
And he saved the world. He saved everything. He got his wife back. What more do you want? He made a friend, for crying out loud.
Then he did Hudson Hawk.
And then he did Hudson Hawk, which I still think we should watch.
It's been a while since I've watched it. I you know what? I'm open to do it.
I love that movie.
I don't remember hating it.
I love that movie. It rightly ended his comedy career. I will say that. It should have and did end his comedy career. It's terrible in some ways, but it's just utterly awesome in others. That's not what my news story is about.
You say Hudson Hawk did it. I thought it was Blind Date with Kim Basinger. Wasn't that him?
That was him.
Yeah.
That was a bigger hit than Hudson Hawk.
Well, yeah, but it was horrible.
It was bad. I don't know if it was horrible. I mean, I'm not the guy to judge the romantic comedy thing.
Okay.
Not my deal.
Well, we'll leave that to Liz then. Okay.
Yep. We'll let Liz take care of that. Anyway, the point.
Anyway.
Don't do it.
Oh, just let the nuts run the nut house. It's fine. Everything's fine. But anyway, the deal is that starting this weekend, because we're dropping this on Sunday, so it's technically this weekend, Die Hard is returning to theaters. And you can track down tickets for that. The article I have here from Bleeding Cool has a link to the Fandango website, so you can find tickets, find the local theater where it is, and buy your tickets and all that. But yeah, the first Die Hard movie is going to be shown in theaters this Christmas season. More proof that it's a Christmas movie.
And if I may, a couple days before is the 40th anniversary release of A Christmas Story.
Also in theaters.
Very cool.
Yep.
Now see, that is a Christmas story.
Just because it's in the title doesn't make it a Christmas story, Liz. Come on.
But for some strange reason, Batman Returns is now on the screens. I mean, come on, that's a Christmas movie.
It is.
It's as much a Christmas
that one
movie
even had
as
a Christmas
Die Hard.
tree. It snowed.
Yep. I mean, it literally opens with the tree lighting.
Yeah.
Downtown Gotham.
And it had a Santa Claus somewhere in there, so yeah, that's a Christmas story.
They're both Christmas movies.
Go ahead, Liz. Keep pumping.
I'll be honest, when I started that, I knew somebody was going to fight me. I just wasn't exactly sure who. I suspected it was
Claus
you.
Over here.
I suspected it was going to be you, but I wasn't 100% sure.
Yeah. So you guys would say that I've probably seen more Christmas movies than you guys have, right?
Oh, Christ, yes.
Yeah.
By a
so
million,
I would be the expert on whether this is a Christmas movie.
Not at all. Because you're very biased.
And I'm saying no.
Yeah.
I love Alan Rickman. Hey, but
Alan Rickman was genius in this movie.
Yes.
Reginald Val Johnson was genius in this movie.
Yeah.
Bruce Willis pulled it off.
He pulled it off.
He was in this movie. Yeah.
It's still not a Christmas movie.
It's totally a Christmas movie. I don't know how much more Christmas
it's sat
movie
around
you can
Christmas time, but it's not Christmas.
How is that not a? How is it's a feel good movie? I mean, come on, how is that not a Christmas thing?
Yeah, I'm sure Hans Gruber felt real good falling off the Tamagotchi building.
He only Nakatomi Tower. But anyway, Tamagotchi was a little electronic
Little
pet.
pets.
Close, but not quite.
See, that's closer to a Christmas movie than Die Hard.
Wow.
Liz, if you'll hold on a second, let me go get my wife. You two can debate this.
Oh, does she say it's a Christmas movie?
Oh,
I
it's
might
the only
be
Christmas
wrong,
movie she'll go see.
Well, she's got a chance now. She can go to the theaters and see it.
Oh, man.
How cool is that?
Melissa's like,
You're
don't tell
welcome.
her that.
Oh, I've already told her.
Well, she doesn't
Oh,
listen to the show. I mean,
cool.
come on. Nobody in my family listens to the show either. But anyway. Yep, that's my thing.
Thanks for the word.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
She's still throwing shade over here. Listen to us. Damn.
Alrighty. For me, my news item, this kind of stemmed of something that happened the previous weekend. As y'all may be aware, Kiss performed their final concert at Madison Square Garden. This was on the 3rd, December 3rd. The thing that was interesting, which I had not heard anything about before, was the final song, which was God Gave Rock and Roll, was actually performed by avatars. So apparently the plan is, Kiss, the human band, will not be performing anymore, but the avatars will.
And by performing, we're talking about...
We are talking about...
basically a music video. It's basically a 3D live-action music video.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes,
That they'll
exactly.
play over and over and over. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I mean, ABBA's already been doing this since last summer, and apparently it's doing so well that they're saying there's a possibility the tour can extend until 2025 because they've sold 1.5 million tickets already.
Damn.
Yes.
It's easy to forget how popular ABBA was and
Yeah.
is now, even now.
They hadn't performed. They hadn't performed since late 70s, early 80s, and they always said that they would never get back together. But somehow this came about, even to the point to where they actually recorded new songs for this, and then put out a new album. But I'm not surprised about Kiss doing this because
not at all.
Because Paul and Gene have always been about, where can we make a little bit more money? So hey, they can stay at home and have digital versions of them be anywhere on the planet performing, and they still get a shitload of money. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's kind of hard to say no to that.
And you know what? My deal is they have agreed to do it.
Yeah.
They are willing to use to allow their likenesses to be used, and that is a big deal because there are folks out there who have not agreed to do it, and their shit's still getting used, and it's not cool.
Yeah.
I don't get it. I don't get it. If I was Milli Vanilli right now, I would be so pissed off at everyone. I mean, is this not what when you go to a concert, I can go to YouTube. I was about to say pop a CD in and show my age there, but I can go to YouTube and listen to a band. I can even watch a video or maybe even a concert clip or something like that. I can see that. What I pay for and usually a lot of fucking money here lately. What I pay for is I want to see this band live. I want to see them perform it in a way that I have never seen it performed before, and that's them actually singing it and playing it and doing it. And it's something different than what they've given me on YouTube or a video. You know what I'm saying? It's not
the original recording. Yeah.
Yeah, if
I
your
understand
avatars, you're canned. Once again, you're auto-tuned, you're canned, you're perfected, you're, on point, because now it's more of a TV show where, I fell and I busted my head on the stage. Well, let's rewind that and cut that and just take it all out.
Well,
That's,
go ahead.
it just kind of takes away from the whole thing. You can see that anywhere. Why do you have to go now pay $200 for a ticket and stand next to Mr. Sweaty to watch an avatar of Kiss on stage?
Well, I would argue some of that's already going on now. Some of the music is already pre-recorded,
and it's bullshit.
And some of the singing has already been pre-recorded and auto-tune and all that kind of stuff. That's going.
That's a bad rap, but anyway.
Yeah.
We can argue that later. It's a different argument.
But that stuff already goes on now.
Right.
So
that's not music. Auto-tune and pre-recorded videos. That's not talent.
But that's what goes on for
when is the music business? You'd be surprised how small a percentage of the music business over the last 50 years or 80 years, 100 years has had anything to do with talent.
Yeah. I don't know. You see some people who, just, I don't know.
It's not what you want to see.
Screaming in my head right now is Tesla.
It's not what you want, and that's fine. You don't have to go pay for it, and that's okay. Other people want to spend their hard-earned money on shit like that. That's their right.
They're stupid.
Well,
and
they have different tastes from
sense.
you. No, right? Yeah.
But
thinking.
Stay at home in your underwear. Watch it on YouTube. Why do you have to?
It's a different experience.
That's what I was about to say. That's what I was about to say. If Kiss fans will probably do this because all of a sudden they're surrounded by hundreds of other fans. Yeah.
The Kiss Army. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's the experience.
Yeah, but go to a convention or something then. That's what us nerds do.
Well, I'm surprised Kiss doesn't have a convention.
Over my years, I've just seen bands ripped apart for doing this. And now all of a sudden, it's the way it is. That's the music industry. It's a bunch of canned air bullshit, and
well, that's
I don't get it. I don't get what the appeal to it is. When you can get on your computer and crank out a sound and then no. And
in 1960, the tables were exactly turned.
Yeah.
The music that you love now was absolutely reviled by the press and by people who were considered authorities on the subject.
Yeah. And I hate that I'm in that point. I really do. I turn on the radio nowadays and it's crap. And it's like, this is what my parents thought.
You know what the answer to that is, right? Yeah. Don't turn on the fucking radio.
Yeah.
This is an industry that is being run by lawyers and accountants and all that. It is not being run by creative people.
There's a huge argument to be made that it never was run by creative people.
I don't know. We've seen some bands with some good talent. Like Stevie Ray Vaughan. That was pure raw talent,
Right. Some.
But,
never the majority.
But now you're telling me someone can go on a computer and copy his sound, or fine tune it a little bit. Now I'm going to throw this gorillas, this little monkey guy up here, and he's going to sing and dance in this, and this is music now. No, that's not.
No, I'm not telling you that. I'm telling you that they can use Stevie Ray Vaughan's music as long as they credit him, and they can do whatever the fuck they want otherwise.
Yep.
Oh.
And call it music and watch it
And
hit
that
the pop
makes me
charts
mad,
and watch it hit the pop
music.
charts.
Hell, they could if they get the permission, they could because they've done it with others. They could do an avatar of him and have him do concerts.
Now, see, I'm so
They did it with
against that.
Tupac.
They did it with Tupac.
Yeah,
They've done
with
it
Tupac.
with Ronnie Dio.
Yeah.
Now, see, when they have someone like Drake, I told you guys what he did on stage, where he actually took a book from that AI image hand. I mean, to me, that was amazing. But that was him. That was his choice.
Yeah.
He didn't care if he was done that way. Stevie Ray Vaughan's dead. Leave him alone. Tupac, dead. Leave him alone. Kurt Cobain, dead. Leave him alone. These are all the people they've used holograms of. To me, it's no different than dragging them up from the grave and going, here, jump like a monkey one last time for us. That let them rest.
Well,
Enjoy their music, keep the legacy alive, but there's no reason you have to tote around their image that way.
And like I said, props to Gene Simmons and Paul Stanley for making that decision while they're still alive.
Yeah,
and making it so they can profit from it while they're still alive.
Mm-hmm.
So how is this any different than what they did on Scooby-Doo? It's the same damn thing.
Scooby-Doo was all original songs all the time. What are you talking about?
No,
They were
I'm
awful.
talking about the one with Kiss, where they were cartoons. So that's what they basically are. They're making cartoons again.
Basically.
To me,
if you want to think of them as the Scooby-Doo version of Kiss, go for it.
Yeah, to me, it's lame. It's absolutely lame, and it shows a lack of talent, and it shows that you have no regard to yourself, that people will remember your legacy unless you're toting some little avatar on stage and jumping for them. Kiss could quit performing today, and people are going to remember who Kiss are. Rolling Stones can, quit performing today, and they've built that legacy. And to me, this is just like a big old mudsling on it. You didn't have enough faith in yourself that you could stand on that legacy, that you got to do these little cheap tricks,
I don't think Cheap Trick has done it yet.
Yeah. There's a lot of them.
That would be cool. That would be cool.
And then Gorillaz, didn't they get raked over the coals when they found out it was one guy who was making cartoons to perform all this stuff that he was making on his computer? And now all of a sudden, oh, it's okay. This is cool. Please. That's not cool. That's not talent.
It's become an accepted.
Right. The deal is it sells.
Yes,
that's always the deal.
That's what I was about to say. And Gene and Paul have always been about that.
They've always been wanted.
They've always been entertainers.
Even from the beginning. I mean, when other rock bands, all they had were rock posters and T-shirts. They had dolls. They had comic books. They were on TV and everything. They did everything. That was. They knew how to merchandise themselves as this is just another thing. This is just another them merchandising their images.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's just that the technology's gotten better. That's all.
Mm-hmm. Yep. I'm not saying it's good. I'm not saying it's bad. I'm saying it's happening.
Ain't nothing cheap about the tickets for them fucking things either. So
no, not at all.
You're going to talk about cheapening things. It's not cheapening it. It's making it a whole lot more expensive.
Yeah.
Well, and that's the other thing is I think in the article, Paul Stanley or someone else mentioned it's like, hey, with the avatars, we can be doing 3 concerts in 3 different cities same night.
If you hire enough nerds, yeah.
Yeah.
Because now all you need is a few programmers and a lighting guy, and you're good to go.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's just one more decline in our music. I mean, with TikTok, you've got people, like I said, who auto-tune, and we're cranking out losers every day who think they can sing. Now let's just give them another way to.
Well, that's the American Idol.
Yeah.
So.
Well, see, at least with American Idol, you had to have some kind of talent, you know?
Did you, though?
You couldn't
Not
tote a
necessarily.
cartoon.
I'm not sure
Well,
I agree. I've
I mean,
seen
you
some of
had
those
to be
shows.
able to sing.
Do you, though?
You didn't have to be the greatest, but yeah, you had to be. I mean, top 10, you had to be able to sing.
No.
Sure, Liz. Sure.
Oh, okay.
How about the
Okay.
guy that
I'm saying
came
out of
on?
thousands of people who auditioned, you had to have been able to sing to get picked. Now, I'm not saying that the judging is not rigged. I'm not saying that they don't set some of these kids up to win better than others, but you at least have to be able to carry a tune.
No, you don't. And the reason I say that is, who is the clown that got on there and everybody voted for him, but he couldn't sing a lick? The Asian guy that was so freaking bad.
Yeah, he didn't make it to top 10, though.
No, but he became famous from that show.
Yeah. Now, that was more of a heartstring. He had a good story. That was more of a funny. No one ever took that as talent, you know. And that's like the kid with the funky hair. He made it as far as he did on his story, because he didn't have talent and he never cracked the top 10. But I mean, we've had Chris Aguilera come out of there, Adam Lambert, Carrie Underwood.
You could argue that all of these people would have broken out anyway.
Yeah.
Yes,
especially
but they needed
these people.
One chance.
Well, and the argument here is that they could have gotten it somewhere else.
Yeah, they could have.
That's just the one they chose, and that's fine. That's great for them. But
now they're drowned it out, because now you have all of these kids who have auto-tune and a cheap little webcam.
You are really down on auto-tune.
That
is like the 15th time you have said that word.
To me, it's fake. And I can't.
That depends on how you use it.
I guess
it got a bad rap because of what poor old T-Pain did with it, and that was unfortunate. And he regrets it. Yeah, T-Pain came first. T-Pain came first. T-Pain's the one who quote unquote ruined it.
Yeah.
And it screwed up his life. Basically.
I think if you have to change the way you sing, you can't sing.
And I have heard him sing since then, and he can sing.
Yeah, then he shouldn't have done it. But
he shouldn't have done it, and he agrees with you that he shouldn't have done it. And it didn't work out the way he expected it to, and it got seriously overused. That doesn't mean it's not a useful tool.
I just think, like I said,
I'm not expecting to change your mind either, Liz, don't worry.
You can't sing.
A nice attempt, though, Mike.
No. I wasn't even trying to change your mind. I'm just stating my opinion.
Yeah.
I know better. I've known Liz long enough to know that I can't change your mind in a 5-minute span.
No.
It takes a lot longer than that. It's cool.
Not on music.
Not on anything.
Yeah.
No worries. It's all good.
I guess I have a lot of friends who are very talented, and I see them bust their ass trying to make it into a field where, like I said, someone with auto-tune and a keyboard can come
16.
in now and, they're multimillionaires off bullshit. That to me, that's
off of
not
something
right.
else is the deal.
Yeah.
The vast majority of talentless people that make it in the music industry have another in.
Yeah.
And that's all. I mean, and the deal is it's incredibly hard to make it big in the music industry. The music industry is literally not designed to pay the artists. It's designed to pay the lawyers and the corporations and all of them. It's got nothing to do. The artists are just caught in the crossfire.
Yeah.
And so the whole thing is a sham, and has been for a century now, at least.
Yeah.
So yeah. I kind of generally refuse to get all upset about it because the whole thing's broken and there's nothing I can do about it. So.
Yeah. And I mean, like you said, Kiss consented, so whatever they can do. Now, if they ever tote Vinnie Paul or Dimebag Darrell across the stage, I'm fucking rioting.
Fair enough.
No.
Or Stevie Ray Vaughan. Honestly,
Yeah.
I'd go that far.
Yeah.
I'll be right there with you with Stevie.
And I'm even going to go to Kurt Cobain because I don't think that Courtney Love should be in charge of anything of his life now. Nothing. It should all go to Courtney or Frances Bean. And it hasn't. And that's what really upsets me about that. Anyway, she can make a buck off him. And that's sad.
That's what it's all about, unfortunately.
Yeah.
It ain't right, but
it ain't.
It is what it is.
But she's going to keep doing it because people keep buying it and watching it.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what makes me mad.
Mm-hmm. It's exploitation, straight up.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, we'll see. I hope this ain't a normal thing we start seeing, though. I do like to see an artist and what they can do live. It kind of lets you know what kind of artist they are. Are you a studio artist or do you have talent kind of artist? So I hope they don't continue this trend.
The thing is, the concert is not the way it's being viewed. It's not just musicians being up there playing. It's an experience.
It's a show.
I mean, it's a show. So you got to have dancing. You got to have choreography. You got to have lasers. You got to have something up on the back screen. So this is essentially an extension of that.
And you get up on stage and jump around like a jackass for 75 minutes and see if you can still sing a song.
Yeah.
Because they're dancers first, but they're still not in that good a shape.
Well, not every band has dancers, though.
I'm talking about the singers who do the dancing.
Yeah. But we've seen it. You know, I can't think of the AC/DC guy. What is his name? Freeling. Is it Ace Freeling?
That's
the way that he was.
Ace Frehley is from Kiss.
Yes.
The guy from AC/DC.
Angus Young.
Angus Young. There you go. The way he jumped around. He'd jump around for 2 hours and belt them songs out perfect.
He wasn't the singer.
He wasn't singing.
Then, no, the lead singer for AC/DC. That guy who jumped around on stage and sang the song. I don't know his name. That's what I said. His name has totally left my mind because not my music, but...
The guy who sang for AC/DC for a long time was Brian Johnson.
Okay, him. Jumpy guy.
I don't know how jumpy he was. I never saw them live, but
yeah,
I don't think
the impression. I never got the impression it was jumpy. If you want to use someone who's jumpy in singing, Mick Jagger.
Yeah, or David Lee Roth, or.
Well, yeah, but David can't sing now.
Mm-mm.
He's blown out his.
Did y'all hear about that? Sammy Hagar is going to do a reunion tour with Van Halen. And he's like, yeah, I wouldn't mind if Sammy, or, if David Lee Roth wanted to join us, And David Lee Roth was like, heck yeah, I'd love to go on tour with you guys. And Sammy was like, whoa, wait a minute. I said a few shows, not a tour. I can't tour with you again. So it's kind of like he invited him and took that invite right away from him again.
I'm not sure what kind of reunion tour that would be.
Yeah.
Without Eddie.
Without Eddie. It's not a reunion. It's more of a honor thing to Eddie, whatever that's called, a memorial concert kind of thing.
Cash grab. That's what I would call it.
Yeah, because I think Wolfgang is going to be taking his dad's spot. And that kid drives me nuts. Him and his mom both. Have you ever looked at people and you're just like, you want to smack them and you don't know why? That's Valerie and Wolfgang to me. I don't know why. I just can't stand them.
Okay.
But that would be interesting if it was Wolfgang on a guitar. Would they bring back Michael Anthony? I can't imagine with everything that's gone between them. I'm reminded back of mid late 80s or so, where there was people who were really wanting the Beatles to get back together and say, well, we can get Julian to fit in its dad's spot. I'm like, oh God.
Yeah.
Why? Why would you want to do that?
That's what they did on Saturday Night Live for years.
Mm-hmm.
If you remember, the guy would come out and say he would pay them $100 if they'd get back together. It was a shtick.
Yeah,
but
for $100.
That's Lorne Michaels, just to get them back together.
Anyway, this is a sign of things to come. But I thought it was interesting because, they had them play that one song, and when they ended, it said, "A new era begins," with their avatars. So.
Oh, I thought for a minute there you were talking about me and Liz shouting at each other.
Well, that too.
That's what I was hoping
That's
for.
kind of the same old show too. I mean,
Okay. Any shout-outs or special mentions this week?
We haven't shouted enough.
No, goddammit.
I don't got nothing, I don't think.
No. I don't think I got nothing.
Okay, we'll move on to our regular shout-outs. Want to thank Pop Goes Culture for allowing us to be a part of a great group of podcast network. Check them out. We'll have a link in the show notes. Also want you to check out the fine men and women who have been so kind enough to spread the word of the fellowship by retweeting our links on Twitter/X. And they are the Podern family. The best way to check them out is just to do a search, #Podern family, all one word. Just scroll through, whatever catches your attention. Click on that link and download that episode. We hope you have a great time listening to them. Want to thank Manny the Martyr for supplying the music to our podcast. If you go to our show notes, you can see a link where you can check out some of their music. Thank you guys as always. And finally, you, dear listener, thank you for downloading and listening to today's episode. We value your feedback. Any comments, suggestions, complaints, or what have you, please send them our way. Email at thefellowshipofthegeeks.net is our email address. Or you can go to the website and go to the About Us page, and there is a contact form you can fill out. We kind of mentioned it earlier, but did not really go into kind of detail. But we do have a Discord that's free to join. There's an invite on our homepage. On our Discord, we post a lot of news items, stuff for discussion, stuff to laugh at, that type of stuff. We'll do fun activities as well. Sign up is free, and the app is free in all the app stores. On social media, we're on Facebook, The Fellowship of the Geeks. We are on Instagram, Twitter, and Hive Social as @FellowshipGeeks. If you want to follow our personal Twitter accounts, Mike can be found @MikeyGeek. Liz can be found @LN_geek. Les may or may not be found @FakeLesWebster. And I can be found @TomTCGeek. And from wherever you download our episodes, if you would be so kind as to rate and review our show, it would be greatly appreciated. Anything else before we say goodbye?
Just thanks, everybody.
Thanks, everybody.
Send us your list, too.
Yeah, definitely do that. Thank you for listening, everybody. We do appreciate the support as always. Until next time, geek on, my friends.
We thank you for listening to the show. Comments, suggestions, and questions can be sent to email@thefellowshipofthegeeks.net. You can follow us on Facebook at The Fellowship of the Geeks and on Twitter at Fellowship Geeks. Until next time,